What is the tone of your research into Q3? What is the overall high-frequency economics tone of the view forward?
Well, we've been bearish on Europe for a while. Europe's getting more bearish, and the market's finally waking up to the realization that the European industrial sector really slowed down to a halt in 2018, and it's starting to contract now. So that's a big thing. China data for the second quarter are going to be out in a few days, and that has us worried also. Slower growth in China is always a bearish thing for global markets.
Madame Lagarde may be playing second fiddle at the Osaka meetings, set aside for the world leaders and all that. Is she in the IMF worried about global recession?
Well, they're not allowed to get to recession yet. They have to go through transition, right? But they're on the transition into becoming increasingly bearish about the U.S. economy. That's about about the global economy. That's about as far as they can go. The key metric for them, and it should be for us also, is trade. World trade is flat or down depending on the month or the metric you look at. In any case, that's always been consistent with a rough patch for the world economy.
Okay, well, Carl, how do you view the world economy after the trade truce? Can the trade truce last, or is it, one step forward, two step backwards?
Hi, Francine. Good morning. So I think this is just an interim measure that allowed the president to avoid imposing the tariffs that he had threatened. He didn't want to go there. He didn't. He wanted to take a win away from this, so he gave up two important things. He gave up his tariff option, and he gave up some of the restrictions on Huawei. These were big things. The Chinese gave up nothing. They just agreed to go back to the talks and to listen. So as far as I'm concerned, the president conceded a lot in order to save face. The Chinese allowed him to save face by holding the meeting and agreeing to move forward with the conversations. But there's no promise or assurance that the conversation is going to go anywhere. In fact, there's every indication from the Chinese press that it's not, that China's not going to compromise on key issues. So we're really where we were before. The market's enjoying a relief rally this morning, that it didn't turn out worse. But at the end of the day, when we sit down and really look at what happened, not much has changed except that we're talking again.
Okay, so do you think the market is getting ahead of itself?
Well, ahead of itself, I think that there maybe more people were worried about the outcome of the Xi-Trump summit this last weekend than we're prepared to say so, but we're positioning accordingly. So we're seeing some of that taken out of the market this morning. But I think that at the end of the day, we still have the talks. The administration still has to prove that it can deliver something on China. And as I read the Chinese press, they're nowhere near getting to where they have to be.